Hi everyone, I'm Steve Manel, the CFO at AAFMAA Wealth Management and Trust, and your host for today's webinar, It's Never Too Early to Invest in Yourself, Introducing the Uniform Services Account, or USA. I'm speaking to you from our headquarters in Fayetteville, North Carolina. Joining me from our Reston, Virginia branch is our president, Rick Conley, and from our Winter Park, Florida branch is Bonnie Humphrey, our Chief Fiduciary Officer. We have 10 really good slides for you this afternoon. So our presentation is only going to last about 15 minutes, and then we'll have plenty of time for your questions. Since you are muted, please ask your questions by typing them into the questions block on your screen. This monthly webinar series is brought to you by AAFMAA Wealth Management and Trust. We are AAFMAA's trust company. AAFMAA is the American Armed Forces Mutual Aid Association, which was formed in 1879 to provide prompt and substantial relief to survivors of soldiers killed in action. Today, we continue that legacy of protecting members of the military community with comprehensive financial solutions. At AAFMAA Wealth Management and Trust, we accomplish this by being the premier provider of financial planning, investment management, and trust services for the military. As a trust company, we have an additional legal obligation to act as your fiduciary, that is, only in your best interest for your benefit, not for our profit. Here's an important disclaimer. This presentation is educational. It is for general information only and is not specific investment, legal, or tax advice for any of you individually. So please do not rely on this presentation alone to guide your financial planning decisions. Since each individual situation is unique, your needs for financial services will obviously differ. For individual advice, contact us directly. We produce this webinar series in-house with our own professional staff as a service to our members and to help them better understand the resources that are available to them. In this case, today's presentation focuses on investment management. Okay, this is our agenda today. First, Rick Conley will set the stage by discussing how important it is to start investing early. Then, Bonnie Humphrey will discuss a new AAFMAA Wealth Management and Trust service, one designed to help you start investing now. Finally, I'll be back in about 15 minutes to moderate Q&A. Okay, let's get started. Over to you, Rick.
Thanks, Steve. So why do we invest? The answer? Simple. We save and invest money to achieve future goals that are important to us, such as retirement, education, home ownership, etc. Paying yourself first is a basic tenet of sound financial planning. But it isn't always easy to set aside money every month to pay for future needs, especially if those needs are distant or poorly defined. A basic process for defining and setting financial goals is to first brainstorm with your family. What's your future needs? And then categorize those needs into must-have, should-have, or just nice to have. Then determine the cost of those goals in today's dollars. Estimate the total savings needed to meet all of your goals, and then calculate a monthly savings allotment required to achieve them. Then budget for this allotment by considering the importance of your future goals relative to the importance of your current expenses. Once you've incorporated your future goals into your current budget, you should invest the same amount automatically every month. Why? A systematic investment plan is an easy way to psychologically to commit to paying yourself first. Let's take a look at this slide, why this is so important. Once your automatic investment plan is set up, let your money work for you. The earlier you start investing, the less you will have to contribute every month to achieve your financial goals. Take a look at this chart. If you start saving just $50 a month at age 25, with a modest, in this case we did a 5% annual interest rate, by the time you're 65, you will have over $80,000. However, If you decide to wait until 35 before starting, that monthly contribution doubles to $100. And if you wait even longer, it quadruples to $200 a month for those who don't start investing until age 45. Note how the lines in the chart bend upwards. This is because as time passes, your previous gains are added to your investment account and they continue to grow also. This is the magic of compounding. The longer your money is at work for you, the more it can accomplish. So please start early. Now, once you've committed to a savings plan, which is an important first step, but it alone is not sufficient to accomplish the results we presented on the previous slide. The dollars you save must be invested in a manner consistent with your goals, your time horizon, and your tolerance for risk. Unfortunately, the average investor does not do this well. Research consistently suggests that the returns for the average investor are significantly less than market return. This chart shows the research done by a company called Dalbar, which has done a long-term study of investor behavior, and these are their most recently published findings. The average investor has lagged the stock market by over 4% and the bond market by an even greater 5%. In fact, notice how bond investors typically don't even keep up with inflation. Well, how can that be? Well, the answer to that's easy. Market timing. The average investor will get greedy when markets are doing well and nervous when markets are doing poorly, which causes them to buy high and sell low. And that definitely is not a recipe for success. If you had invested $1 in the S&P 500 30 years ago, it would be worth over $10 today. But had you missed the single best day in the market in each of those 30 years, just one day per year, your dollar would have grown to be only $1.95 today. That's the fallacy of market timing. Professional investment management helps you in a manner consistent with your goals, with your time horizon and your risk tolerance, and to avoid the common human errors like those represented by this chart. So start early. Now I'll turn the presentation over to Bonnie so she can explain a new service we have designed to make it simple for those in uniform to invest smartly to achieve their goals. Bonnie?
Thanks, Rick. AAFMAA Wealth Management and Trust wants to help you start a lifelong habit of investing in yourself. So we created the Uniform Services Account, or USA. Whether you set your account up as a traditional or Roth IRA for additional retirement savings, or as an individual or joint account, perhaps with your spouse, we help you achieve your goals by professionally managing your investments. With a minimum opening investment of $1,000 and $250 a month thereafter, you can select portfolios ranging from all stocks to all bonds. We'll ask you questions to help you decide which portfolio is the best one for you. AAFMAA Wealth Management and Trust is a trust company. We're not a broker. That means we have the legal obligation to act as your fiduciary, to invest your funds only in your best interest and for your benefit, not for our profit. These accounts are a great complement to your existing TSP if your goal is saving more for retirement. A Uniform Services Account might also be the right choice to save for your other long-term goals. The Uniform Services Account is only available to active duty, military, reserves, National Guard, cadets, and midshipmen. Our investment management services are priced in a very simple and transparent way. Our fee is 1% annually of your assets under management. So if you start an account with $1,000 and add $250 per month, at the end of the year you will have invested a total of $4,000. With an account value of $4,000, you would pay only $40 annually for professional investment management. There are no additional fees, no commissions, no trading costs, and none of the mutual funds that we might use in your account have any sales charges. If that sounds reasonable to you and you're ready to get started, All you have to do to work with us is to go to www.afma.com/USA and click on one of the orange boxes on the Uniform Services Account tab. This starts the simple one-form application process. Let's take a look at it. After you click the orange link, a PowerForm signer information form will open. The USA application uses DocuSign for digital form completion, uploading attachments, e-signatures, and form routing. DocuSign lets you sign the application anywhere from any device with no overnighting, faxing, or waiting. This application is more secure than paper because it is encrypted and a complete audit trail is maintained. After you enter your full name and email address on this first screen, a secure validation code will be sent to you by email. Please follow the instructions on that email to open the application. Just click Resume Signing. This USA application is the only document you must complete to open your account. Once you accept the electronic signature agreement, you'll see a form that looks like what you're seeing on the screen. The blocks you need to fill out are highlighted in red. If you cannot complete the form in one sitting, you may save the data you've entered and return to it later by clicking Other Actions and then Finish Later. Your application is complete when you have filled out every required block in the correct format and click Finish. Finish will not appear until you have filled every required field on the form. To find any incomplete fields, click on the yellow DocuSign Guide tab to the left of the form and fill in empty or improperly formatted fields until Finish appears. Once you complete and sign this form, it will be reviewed by a senior relationship manager in one of our offices who will review your submission. We want to ensure your funds are invested in a way that is optimal for you. Once your new account is approved, it will be opened and your contributions will be professionally invested and managed. When the process is complete, this form will come back to you fully signed with your new account number at the top. If you have any questions along the way, please reach out to us at usa@afma.com. We value your trust and are here to serve only you.
Thank you, Rick and Bonnie, and thanks to everybody for joining us today. Rick and Bonnie just discussed the benefits of starting an investment program early and how we can help with a professionally managed investment plan, the Uniform Services Account. The team you see on the screen in front of you is ready to help, so start now. Just go to www.afma.com or email us at usa@afma.com. I'll leave this up on the screen for a little bit, and we hope that you will join us again later for a future webinar. Thanks. Have a great day.